Hi everybody, welcome back to more YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day. And just before Christmas, just as many of you have ordered, there's a rant coming and it's all about the turd that won't flush. That is the European Super League. That is right, after a court ruling that said it was illegal, I think effectively, for FIFA and UEFA to ban a European Super League. It's now back on the table and all of the suffering shithouses that are pushing it are back out doing weird political broadcast videos about how wonderful it is. So just to kind of unpack what they've done, I've been looking at stuff on social media. I can't get my fucking head around either, to be honest with you. So they're basically proposing a new format where there is relegation and promotion, where that wasn't the case previously. So it's effectively you're going to replace the Champions League in 2025 is what they're trying to do. So you have a Star League, a Gold League and a Blue League. And effectively all the teams in this league then play each other 14 times through the season, 7 home and 7 away. And they said that's compatible with the domestic leagues. Sure it fucking is, because you've only got 50 games to play in your domestic league anyway. Why not throw another 14 on top of that, as well as pointless international friendlies throughout the league? Fuck me, look at Newcastle squad already. We're walking wounded, we're walking dead. Rick Grimes is walking around the fucking Benton training ground, that's how bad we are. So you want to throw an extra 14 games into the mix, possibly? Oh, wonderful, yeah, fair enough. Loads of clubs have bailed out on this already. All of the big name clubs that have been linked to it in the initial startup, especially the English clubs, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Spurs, have all pulled out of it and said they basically don't want to do it. Celtic, Sociedad, Sevilla, who else is on there? PSG was a big one. They came out pretty much first straight from the block and said they don't want to do it. The big drivers behind this, surprisingly enough, is Barcelona and Real Madrid, who apparently get this. So the league is going to be worth 100 billion. I think investors are putting in 15 billion. Investors get to keep 15% and the rest goes to the clubs. But Barcelona and Real Madrid, being the king shithouses that they are, get a loyalty bonus because they stuck with the project right from the start. Isn't that lovely for them? So Florentino Perez, which basically translates from Spanish to English as money grabbing shitbag, he was out giving it big licks about how wonderful this competition was, standing in front of his fucking 10 Champions Leagues, by the way, saying the Champions League doesn't work for me anymore. I think it was actually the head of UEFA, who's also the PSG chairman, who quoted that exact line. You were thinking, you fucking wank, Perez. I mean, this guy is everything that's wrong with football. Money grabbing twat that he is. Barcelona are licking their chops because they want a financial injection in the arm so they can go and sign players like our very own Bruno Guimaraes, because they're completely fucking skint. The only reason they're able to do the Lewandowski deal is because they got fucking Jordan Belfort to do some kind of hoodwinkery even too early for me to even get me words out. Some kind of scam job to set up a TV channel that they basically ran themselves, which funded the Lewandowski deal. And now they're trying to ship them off to Saudi Arabia. It's mental. People like Barcelona and Real Madrid have been at the top of the football table for fucking years, and they've made a fortune out of the Champions League, and they've pissed a fortune down the drain. And because of that, they're gasping, thirsting for this European Super League. Well, not everybody's in the shit that you lot are in, unfortunately, so we're not in a big hurry to do it. Loads of clubs are coming out and saying they're not interested in it. We haven't seen anything from Newcastle United yet, and I really hope that we don't get enticed by this utter fucking rancid deal. Our owners seem to have a bit of a kinship with our fans, but they also have a thirst and a desire for commercial revenue to come into the club. And I really, really hope that those at the top of the football club are not looking at this ridiculous format and thinking that they want a piece of that pie. I really, really hope not. If that is the case, I'll be fucking livid. I think all Newcastle fans will be fucking livid as well. Hopefully they're going to come out and just completely denounce it and say no. I don't know whether Eddie Howe's been asked it. As I'm recording this, he's not done his press conference. He probably will be. Unai Emery was asked about it and he just kind of very, very carefully swerved it like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. So hopefully Eddie Howe will do the same thing. And somebody from the club, whether it be Eels or Silverstone, will just come out and say, no, not a chance. Or Staveley even, no, not a chance. We're not interested in it. Because all the clubs don't seem to want to be associated with it at all. And why would they? Look at the furore last time when this happened. It was absolute carnage and chaos. Never mind the legalities of it and the rulings in the courtroom. The court of law of football fans, they ruled their decision as guilty. All these clubs that try to do this, guilty. I mean, apparently the UK government are also looking at putting things in place, or the Premier League are putting things in place with the UK government that actually prevents any of their teams from leaving the division and setting up a brand new league, which is exactly what happened when the Premier League was born. If you remember, the old First Division was broken up by all these big elite clubs, and they went and basically formed the Premier League, which is now the top club in the country. But it's a horrendous idea. It really is. I mean, La Liga have already come out and called it selfish in terms of the whole concept of it, and the fact that their two biggest marketable clubs are the ones driving this is really, really bad for La Liga. And I hope to God it doesn't get off the ground. There is a few clubs that have snuck out of the shadows, showing their fucking true colours and how much of a shithouse that they are. Obviously, Barcelona and Real at front of the queue, with their dicks hanging out, gasping for the Super League to suck it. Pardon that crudeness, but that's the easiest analogy I could have thought of. And I think Napoli apparently are interested as well, and there's a few other clubs that will probably come out of the woodwork and say they want a piece of the pie. But please, God, don't let one of them be Newcastle United, because we'll all be fucking livid if that is the case. But let us know what you guys think about this ridiculous format of the Super League. Hopefully, given all the clubs that are pulling out, they need 64 teams to start it, and they want the big teams, they want the marketable things. That's another thing that they did actually as well. They said it's all going to be free. So they're trying to hook the fans in that way. It's all going to be free to view, and everyone will go, yay, it's free football, we'll have a piece of that, yay. And they'll get it bigger. Then all of a sudden, you watch the season after, it'll be 40 quid a month subscription or 50 quid a month subscription to watch the bastard. There'll be adverts popping up every 2 seconds. Somebody will be going down the wing ready to cross the ball, and there'll be a fucking advert on from a sponsor blocking the ball and the play, and you won't be able to see what the fuck happened. So don't get bought in by this spin. Don't fall for this shit, football fans. This is a rancid idea, and hopefully it'll fuck off from whence it came as quick as it arrives. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below about the Super League and what you think about Newcastle. Will we be interested or will we won't? That is the question. We're waiting to hear an answer from the owners and from the club. Have a great day, everyone. Have a brilliant Christmas. We'll catch you later. Cheers. Bye.